Hi, I'm John Olson. Welcome to Next Stop from America's Last Frontier. Welcome to Next Stop from America's largest state, Alaska. On this episode, we'll kick it off in Juneau, the state capital, and then we'll visit Anchorage, and I'll show you some of my favorite places. All this and more on Next Stop Alaska. The fun starts now.
Alaska is one of the most beautiful states in the country, and the best way to see it by far is by air. We're with Jag and Coastal Helicopters for a tour of this spectacular land. Down there would hardly be a dot, and that's one of the things about flying in Alaska, that there's no house or car to give you a size reference. So these cracks, you'll see that you could actually put a helicopter down in some of these cracks. Wow. I'll go across this little wall here, see? Right, coming up here. Oh yeah. Whoa! There's one that's fallen over just recently. Awesome. That's incredible. But we do have people who ski across this area, mostly in the wintertime when the crevasses are full of snow. So what we're looking at here is ice is flowing down toward us at about just under a meter a day. As it flows from up there, it opens up like an accordion. So if you come back at this spot in a week, it'll all be completely different. These cracks in this landing area will be gone. More cracks will come through, and then it'll finally end up at the lake. These crevasses are incredibly deep. They're deceivingly deep. They are one-way crevasses. You'll be on my next tour if you're down there. Just like, so there's a guy down in that crevasse. So what are the rules out here? Rules? Don't fall in the crack. Okay, which side's getting out? My side. Okay. And then just right over here, and I'll come land at the same spot here. Looks like a cat walking on snow for the first time. So we just dropped Mike and Chris off on top of this mountain. We're going to come back. They're going to film us going around, and then we might pick them up and take them back to Juneau. We might not. Wow, wouldn't you know how quiet they come in? Look at that, seriously. Wow. Can we find them? Oh yeah, we'll give it a shot. That's funny, they're panicking. Okay, they're doing all right. They're right in there. We're coming back for you, boys. How was it?
That was awesome.
I know, every day is different up here.
What a different helicopter experience here. And this is only 25% of your business, what you did for us, but you got to show us some of the workstation that you do too.
It's neat to be able to do a couple different things out here. Every day is a different day.
Today was socked in. All of a sudden it changes at 5 o'clock. And you have a pretty cool weather system you guys use.
We were tracking the weather a little bit. We knew that tonight there was a chance of opening up just a little bit. We called it a sunny day if you could see any sun at all. So it worked for us.
It was a sunny day. And guess what? We're going to end our day at your place, right?
I hope so.
What are we going to do?
Well, hopefully we'll find a couple of our friendly eagles.
Let's keep it rolling.
All right.
Coming up, a quaint boutique hotel and the 11th largest craft brewery in the U.S. Alaska Brewing Company is the 11th largest craft brewing company in the U.S. and the 17th largest brewery overall. You guys might recognize this guy. This is Chris Hohen, Chef Hohen from Baked Alaska in Astoria. Now, Chris not only sells their beer at his restaurant, he incorporates it into his menus.
Alaskan Brewing Company was the brainchild of our co-founders, Jeff and Marcy Larson. They moved up to Alaska looking to find some way to showcase Juneau in particular. Marcy went out and found some recipes based on gold mining around the turn of the century.
We're drinking what the miners drank.
And that is in fact Alaskan Amber, and that's still our flagship today.
You know, I'd like to see how it's made.
We've got a good friend of the brewery, an employee that's been here for a long time, Tony, who's going to take you around and show you how we make our beer.
I'm going to teach you guys how to make beer, but I'm not going to do a really good job at it because I don't want you to go home and make our beer. So I'm just going to give you the basics. The whole basis of making beer is starting with malted barley. This is what tastes like grape nuts. And then you have chocolate malt. That tastes more like coffee than it does chocolate. It's got a roastiness to it. And black patent malt doesn't taste good. This one is burnt malt. And story behind it is one of the maltsters dried a batch of grain, fell asleep. When he woke up, the grain he was drying was burnt. Grain was expensive. He had to brew with it anyway. His name was Guinness. So that shows you that sleeping on the job is good.
What's this big thing, Tony?
Well, this is our mash press. The mash press has little plates in it. It's like a giant accordion. One of the plates is a filter, and the other plate is a air bladder. We'll be using less fuel oil to generate the steam that we need to brew beer.
Well, I'd call that the epitome of Alaska's sustainability.
You have to.
So Chris thinks he's pretty cool. He still has his safety
I
goggles.
know, he's rocking the safety.
We just got new safety glasses on. You don't look as much like a dork as...
No, he does.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
You should be
Glasses,
using that.
new glasses don't help.
You know, we use a lot of beer, Alaskan beer, in our food. We not only make an Alaskan Amber barbecue sauce, but we braise our baby back ribs in it, steam the clams in it.
We have a contest every year where we try to cook with beer and try to outdo each other. These are some of the best recipes from our cook-offs, and we've been doing this cook-off for probably 12 years or so. I've got the 98 smoked porter that just won a medal at the World Beer Cup. Most beers have a shelf life of 3 to 6 months. Our smoked porter's got a shelf life of we're not sure, because we started saving pallets of the smoked porter from 1993 on. This, I smell beer.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, if you could smell.
Yeah.
You got to come to Alaska Brewing in Juneau to find out yourself.
Yeah.
In 1867, the United States purchased Alaska from Russia for $7.2 million, which was about 2 cents an acre. It was considered a foolish purchase at the time. Oh, how wrong they were. And in 1959, Alaska became the 49th state of the United States. Being that Juneau is the state capital, there's a lot of lodging options. We chose the quaint and charming boutique hotel, the Silver Boat, but it's much more than just a hotel. There's a lot going on in this place. Let me show you. The Silver Boat Bakery. Hey, look, there's Chris. Wow, this looks good. The Silver Boat Bar. Hey, Chris. Looks like you beat me to it, buddy. The Silver Boat lobby has a real homey feel. It makes you feel like you're right at home. They even have games for kids. Chris? How'd you get here so fast? Man, you get around, dude. But my favorite thing about the Silver Bow Inn, you can play Pin the Ear on the Van Gogh. It's a cool place. Check it out when you come to Juneau.
There are no roads in and out of Juneau, Alaska's state capital.
To get here, you got 3 options. Float in, fly in, or be born here.
Hey, did you know that Juneau has the largest landmass of any state capital and is also considered a rainforest?
They receive over 100 inches of precipitation a year, but the local Juneauites prefer to call it liquid sunshine. Keeping it positive, and speaking of positive, had a great time with you here in Juneau, buddy.
Oh, it's been fantastic. Time of my life.
Good, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I got to get back to the baked Alaska, though.
You're not going to Anchorage with us?
I'm not going to Anchorage with you. I got to get home and cook.
Oh, bummer.
So right now, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to leave. By boat, or perhaps I'll just take the Alaska Airlines flight. That sounds a little simpler.
Much easier. We're off to Anchorage. We'll see you in Astoria.
All right, it's been fun, man.
Coming up, Star Wars figures in Anchorage and my favorite local steakhouse. The Anchorage Museum is the largest museum in the state of Alaska with over 170,000 square feet of public and gallery space. It's one of the top 10 tourist attractions in the state of Alaska. So the Anchorage Museum is huge, Sarah. This is a good place to start though, right?
Right, this is our Alaska History Gallery. It includes more than 10,000 years of history in Alaska, from prehistoric times through today. Everything from ancient Alaska Native artifacts all the way to contemporary Alaska Native art.
And there's also some World War II trivia that Japan actually occupied part of Alaska. People don't know that, right?
The Aleutian Islands in Alaska were occupied by the Japanese for a short time.
Right in front of us we have the big pipeline. Is that actual pipeline?
That is an actual segment of the Alaska oil pipeline.
So if somebody has like a few minutes in this area, where would you take them to?
Well, definitely I'd start with the Alaska Native area, because a lot of people don't understand Alaska's a huge place. Sure, a lot of Alaska Native things are in common, but there's several different cultural groups.
Speaking of different groups, who are these guys?
Well, we actually have a traveling exhibit right now called Star Wars, where science meets imagination. So these are some of the resident bad guys. This exhibit is called Star Wars, where science meets imagination. It came to us from the Museum of Science in Boston and Lucasfilm. It's got more than 80 artifacts from the movies. So this is the real C-3PO. This is the real R2-D2.
It's awesome. I love all these things. These were actually used in the movies.
Correct. They're real movie props. And so what this exhibit does is takes movie props and kind of talks about science fiction. What things in Star Wars have we invented? What things in Star Wars are still far in our future? What things in Star Wars are we just on the verge of?
What are we on the verge of right now?
Medical items like Aplograph's living skin, which is in prototype right now. It actually will start sealing a wound within 15 minutes. It's the first living thing ever approved by the FDA. So it's science fiction happening right now. This is the original Anchorage Museum, which was built in the 60s.
This is nice and open, and you've got a totem pole in here.
People ask kind of why it isn't brightly painted. Well, it was at one time.
And you have a nice wishing well down there too.
Folks have adopted it as a wishing well, and we hope everything comes true that they wish for.
So do I. This is beautiful art.
It is. We have an amazing collection of Alaska art, including an entire gallery devoted to Sidney Lawrence, probably the most famous painter to come out of Alaska.
What are some of your favorites? I love the one over there with the woods he's shaking, and this one here with the glacier.
One of our galleries is devoted to a lot of drawings from the Captain Cook expedition, which it really illuminates what their first experience was here.
You guys have kind of thought of everything. This place looks like it belongs in a Star Wars movie.
This is our restaurant Muse. It's run by the Marx Brothers, who are probably the most prestigious restaurateurs in Alaska.
So what's your favorite cocktail here?
Maybe the Sakatini.
I think we should end the tour with that.
I'm all for it.
Voted the best steak in Anchorage for 7 years in a row, Club Paris has been feeding the people of Anchorage for decades. I'm a steak and potatoes kind of guy. Let's eat. Club Paris. I love this place. It's old school, it's keep it simple, and it's amazing food. Stan, good to see you again.
You bet, man. Pleasure.
So why the name Club Paris?
Well, the original owners were Tommy Stryken and Mary Powell, and the story I've gathered over the years was Tommy Stryken spent a lot of time in France during World War II and married a girl from France, so we like to believe that he dressed this place up to remind her of home. It's our little love story. So.
You know, when you walk in this place, there's all these wonderful pictures on the wall, but I love in the corner the original chef's hat, and the menu was like $4.95 for prime rib back then.
The original menus up there were hand done by Jewel Hawkins, the first chef here. All the calligraphy and everything was hand done by her.
So it's a family-run business right now, but I notice also, because I've been coming here for years, you have the same staff.
So we have 3 gals at night, been with us for 20 years, 3 been with us for 15 years. We've got 2 cooks who've been with us for 25 years.
What's the secret for keeping people around that long?
I'm a firm believer of not asking anybody to do anything I wouldn't do myself and treating people how I wish to be treated.
Well, let's talk about your food, because we're here to eat dinner. What are we going to have tonight?
We've picked the large filet, which is our signature steak. A friend of mine nicknamed the filet the Rock, because it looks like the Rock of Gibraltar on the plate. So we're also going to be featuring this special tonight, which is a steak verde. It's a New York steak with a verde sauce on it. And of course, a real popular Alaskan king crab. We use the whole red king crab legs, and we're also having a little blackened halibut, which is a real popular fish for Alaska. Everybody wants the best here. We tried to do a different lobster tail years ago because the price went so high, but everybody said no, we come here for the best. So
We came here for the best. Thanks for having us. Coming up, an authentic Alaskan hotel and our favorite place to catch live tunes.
What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying?
You might wonder why glaciers are covered with so much dirt. In fact, it's not dirt at all. It's rocks and boulders scraped off nearby mountains by the slow-moving river of ice called the Mendenhall Glacier. On your next trip to Anchorage, I highly recommend that you stay at the Hotel Captain Cook, located right in downtown Anchorage. It's not your average chain hotel. In fact, it's not a chain at all, and it screams Alaska.
Hotel Captain Cook was founded by the two-term governor and one-time Secretary of the Interior, Governor Wally Hickel, who, after the 1964 earthquake where the ground we're sitting on dropped 13 feet vertically, it was 9.3 on the Richter scale and lasted 3.5 minutes.
I love the location. Talk about your location in downtown.
It's beautiful. We're located right between 5th and 4th Avenues here in downtown Anchorage. We take up an entire city block with towers 1, 2, and 3, and our promenade with stores and our ballroom.
So we're in the Crow's Nest right now, this is an awesome view and really a really popular restaurant.
Crow's Nest is one of 3 Four Diamond restaurants located in the state of Alaska. And we boast the largest wine cellar in the state of Alaska at over 10,000 bottles and the largest single malt, cognac, Armagnac, and spirits collection in the state.
I love it. In your rooms, you have different room types. I've stayed here several times, and I think I've stayed in all their different room types.
Correct. As far as rooms at the Captain Cook, we have 546 different rooms, and within that 546 rooms, we have 96 suites. Most of them are junior suites. We have some 1- and 2-bedroom executive suites, and we have 5 presidential suites that we like to call the Crow's Nest suites.
So you've lived in Anchorage for several years now.
Yes.
What do you love about living here?
I love that I can walk out of my office, go home, change, and be in the great outdoors in 15 minutes. We have one of the largest state parks in the country, Chugach State Park, right behind town. I can walk 15 minutes from the front door of the hotel and catch a king salmon in Ship Creek if I want to.
You and I have 2 things in common. We both went to college in Nebraska.
Yes.
And we both have Hawaii ties.
Yes.
How do you describe the Hotel Captain Cook to your friends in Nebraska or your friends in Hawaii?
Hotel Captain Cook is the epitome of an Alaskan hotel. We're a luxury Alaskan hotel. You come in here, you feel like you're at home. We've got a bear downstairs in the lobby. Employees that have been here 30 years or more. I think that's the mark of a true Alaska property with the hospitality you come to expect when you come to Anchorage.
I would agree. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Next up, I'd like to thank our travel partner, Alaska Airlines, which serves over 100 destinations from Alaska to the lower 48 and from Canada to Mexico. Live a more exciting life through travel and explore more and spend less at alaskaair.com. Humpy's Great Alaskan Ale House has been voted the best pub in Anchorage with the best beer selections on tap. It's also known for its excellent food and its great live music. Sounds like the perfect last stop for our crew. Humpy's motto is good food, good company, and of course, good beer.
These here are Alaska-made beers, Alaska Brewing, and we got Moose's Tooth, our local brewery. Moose's Tooth, they're really good. They're really good rounded beers. They got a lot more flavors. That is the Pearls.
It's nice, very smooth.
Alaskan Amber.
Alaskan Amber. I've had this in the bottle. That's really nice. What is this?
That is the Smokehouse Stat Burger, and that is roast beef, cheddar cheese, Swiss cheese, barbecue sauce, bacon, onions, lettuce, tomatoes.
Your basic pepperoni.
Pepperoni. Signatures, the Humpy's Halibut tacos.
Nice.
If you never came to Humpy's, this is the one thing that I encourage people to eat.
I don't think I've ever had those.
These are delicious. These
try.
are really, really good. And smoked salmon spread is another Humpy staple.
What I've noticed about Humpy's, unlike a lot of pubs in Alaska especially, is this is a great place for tourists, but the locals also come and mix with the tourists too. It's for everybody.
You know, that's something that the owners have really tried to emphasize on its palate.
That's nice.
You come into Humpy's, order some food, you get great music with it.
So we've got Nervous Rex tonight. Tell us about their music. What should we expect?
Nervous Rex is their ska, just a good roundabout party music. I don't know how else to say it. It goes good with the food, with the beer, just everything that goes in style here.
Ska music's from Jamaica, came from Jamaica in like the early 50s to the early 60s. And it's kind of a synthesis of Jamaican beat with a lot of covers of old R&B tunes.
I always think about Humpy's and my memories of this place, of having really, really fabulous local musicians. What's the local music scene like here?
There's only a few really good places for bands to play, and I think for us, Humpy's is probably our best venue because it's a really laid-back place. People come to have some drinks, have some good food. They just dance. It's not a real pickup or meat market driven type place like you get in some of the more discotheque type places. People are just here to have fun.
I read the papers and I watch the TV. I hear the news and I see what I see. I know the truth can set me free, but everybody just keeps lying to me. What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to sell me? What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to sell me?
Thanks for joining us on Next Stop from the beautiful state of Alaska, and thanks to my good buddy Chef Holland, who made the trek all the way from Astoria, Oregon to join in the fun. Thanks also to the show's sponsors, Alaska Airlines and the Hotel Captain Cook. Next stop, where will we take you next? Make good memories, everybody.
There are no roads in and out of Juneau, Alaska state capital.
To get here, you got 3 options. You float in, you fly in, or you're born here.
And that is a blooper.
Line.
Where's my teleprompter?
All right, here we go. Now that we're smiling here.